As someone who loves video games and played them quite excessively since the age of 4, I have encountered throughout this beautiful destructive journey some standalone games that held their own as an individual unique experience and stuck with me, leaving its mark on my very soul. But what I noticed is that enjoying a game that is not a part of a franchise or series is very rare. Most of my favorite games of all time have numbers in the end of their titles, which means that they are a part of a bigger continuous story. So yeah, if you're a societal parasite like me and you're interested in such subjects, here is my top 10 favorite video game franchises of all time. Number 10, we have Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is a series that received a lot of hate due to the most recent releases. The releases that felt incomplete, unpolished, basically shit. But these games cannot alter the truth, which is that Assassin's Creed is an amazing game series. I see that people these days started underappreciating the franchise, which kinda makes me sad, because I knew you heard this a lot before, but I grew up with this goddamn series and I loved it since I was a child. And believe me, this is not blind nostalgia talking, because if you actually look at the main 12 Assassin's Creed games, most of them range from good to amazing. And let us not forget that Assassin's Creed is the best at creating a believable and fun to explore setting inspired by real historical locations. We lived inside the eras that the creators were trying to represent. The Third Crusade in the Holy Land, the Renaissance Italy, French Revolution, the golden era of piracy in the Caribbean Ocean, ancient Egypt, and many other really well crafted settings that will never leave your brain. But Assassin's Creed never just impressed me with the visual representation of these historical eras and events. The story of the game, at least in the beginning of the series, was quite interesting. At least for me, dealing with subjects like freedom, control, and power. The characters of the series are morally grey, which is something I love when it's done right. It's true we play with an assassin and we follow the teachings of the Assassin's Brotherhood, but they never say that what they are doing is morally acceptable or righteous. And even the side that we fight against, which is the Templars, cannot be addressed as completely wrong. The two sides just have different philosophies. Of course, the plot of Assassin's Creed has two sides, or timelines, the past and the present. The story in the past and in the present was consistently good, but after the first arc, which I call the Desmond arc, ended, the present storyline have kinda turned into shit, while the past stories varied. They were good in some games and quite average in some others, but that's normal. Most franchises contain good games and bad games. But obviously the majority of Assassin's Creed is really solid and memorable, and even when it comes to gameplay, it is pretty basic if you played it now, but that doesn't stop stealth and combat from being really fun. To be actually honest, the Ezio trilogy was enough for Assassin's Creed to secure this place in the list. Number 9, we have Portal. Portal is one of the games I never expected to like, but here I am talking about it in a YouTube video that probably I'm the only one who's going to watch. It's a puzzle game and I never liked puzzle games, but believe me, even if you have dead brain cells, you cannot hate this game. The Portal duology keep it simple, yet it's still genius. They give you a portal gun, you can open portals and move certain objects, and that's it. But the creators of the game came out with infinite possibilities just from this very simple concept, with level design that every designer on this earth must study. I still cannot fathom the fact that throughout the runtime of 2 games I never felt even a little boredom. How can a game have such simple concept yet remain amazingly fresh and entertaining at the same time? But Portal doesn't just give you great levels and gameplay, it has also amazing characters, even if the ones present during the events of the game are a few, but numbers doesn't matter here because we have characters like GLaDOS, one of my favorite villains in all video games. It represents artificial evil perfectly, because a lot of times villains that are robots turned out generic and boring. But Gladys's dialogue is different. She can sound evil and sinister but funny in the same time. Portal also has that feeling of thrilling mystery because you don't really understand what's going on, where you are, or even when you are. But the story uncovers with the gameplay, with the dialogue and the environment. But not all questions are answered also. A lot of it is left to interpretation. So please, if you didn't play Portal, because I'm convinced that it is indeed a perfect creation. At number 8 we have Mario. I'm not a Nintendo guy and I don't play a lot of Nintendo games, but seriously, it's Mario. The dude who basically invented video games. The guy who tried everything and everything worked for him. Platformers, RPGs, sports, games, and he even kicks ass in Super Smash. But I don't think I have to say a lot about his games because they are simply iconic. It would just sound crazy if I started talking about the Mario games and how good they are. 38 years have passed and he still rules the platformers landscape. Mario is still the master of the craft, never being overthrown throughout this long period of time. His games are so innovative and different, creating gameplay concepts that we see other games try to replicate for years. But most of the time, other platformers cannot compete with the Italian plumber because his games are not fun. Fun is Mario. It's entertainment at its peak. Sorry, Sonic.
Long time no see!
Number 7, we have Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, get on with it, motherfucker.
Yes, probably all of you will disagree. Like, how dare I put the great deity that is GTA in 7th place in my favorite game franchises ever list? I should be decapitated, shouldn't I? Well, to defend my position, GTA is a great game franchise, but I simply prefer other series more. But diving into Grand Theft Auto, I really don't have anything to say that haven't been already said. It's a revolutionary franchise, because with GTA, the next title doesn't just improve on its predecessor, it improves the whole industry, pushing it to become better and evolve. The GTA games define the era that each one came out in, and when it comes to the actual games, each one have that unique strange taste with different settings and characters with different cultural backgrounds, but they all share the same unapologetic humor and violence, which is maybe my favorite feature in the whole series, because despite the fact that Rockstar are giants in the industry, as long as it is fun, they kinda doesn't give a shit about anything they put in the GTA games. And again, we all know how popular and amazing these games are. The quirky, weird characters, the stories, the missions, the locations, it's all what your heart desires, packed into a beautiful piece of entertainment. And I of course hope that it will continue that way in the next awaited title. Number 6, we have Red Dead Redemption. Yes, 2 Rockstar franchises in a row. I didn't put a rule that prevents me from doing it, so here I am. If you are going to ask me why I put it above GTA, my answer would be, why wouldn't I put it above GTA? Grand Theft Auto is iconic, amazing, and it still has much to offer. But Red Dead has one of the best stories of all time with one of the best characters also of all time. John Marston, the one with the classic I wanna retire from a life of crime story. Arthur Morgan with the best redemption arc in all forms of media. Sorry, Zuko.
Once I deliver the Avatar to my father, he will welcome me home with honor and restore my rightful place on the throne.
Are you sure about that?
And we have Dutch. He has a plan. Red Dead Redemption is a saga that breaks the limitations of a video game. It surpasses whole movies and TV shows. It is an unforgettable experience with characters that you truly and deeply care about, identifying with their struggles and understanding their concerns. And characters, well, let's say there are characters that you fucking hate. Even if the gameplay is quite basic, who cares? Do you seriously think that this incredible world, narrative, dialogue, and characters do not make up for the duration you're going to wait for your horse? After Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, people started throwing some baseless criticisms that kinda made me mad. I know they are free to express their opinions, but not with Red Dead Redemption. The Red Dead, the only opinion you can express is the fact that it is the pinnacle of human creation. BioShock takes you from the crumbling remnants of Andrew Ryan's failed underwater utopia to the oppressive reign of Comstock's floating dictatorship, inviting you to immerse yourself in these contrasting worlds. It's an experience that ignites curiosity, sparking profound questions about the essence of freedom and choice. What sets BioShock apart is its storytelling, a dynamic narrative that unfolds as you play, a storytelling style unique and exclusive to the world of video games. The mastery of storytelling extends beyond just characters and worlds. BioShock is a masterclass in unraveling mysteries in the most engrossing and entertaining manner. Its plot twists and endings weren't just memorable, they are haunting, etching themselves into your memory and staying with you as long as you are living in this damn cursed world. The story isn't merely told through cutscenes, it's woven seamlessly into the environment, the dialogue, and the scattered vocal diaries you stumble upon. This ingenious storytelling serves as a thought-provoking commentary on various social and political themes, allowing the narrative to progress organically as you navigate the game world. But it's not just about the story, it's about the gameplay too. The game has to be fun, right?
If it's not fun,
BioShock offers a thrilling sandbox shooter experience that grants players freedom, a sandbox of abilities and tools at your disposal, encouraging exploration and experimentation. This blend of captivating storytelling and open-ended gameplay creates an immersive experience where you are not just a player, but an active participant in a richly layered narrative. And at number 4 we have Metal Gear Solid. Oh boy, that's what I'm talking about. I should be considered clinically insane if I played Metal Gear and didn't put it in this list. It is the game series. Metal Gear Solid is an epic saga, a journey and an adventure, a complicated yet engaging story that follows a large cast of characters with different philosophies and views on the world and how it should function politically and socially. Characters that have thoughts and convictions which they act upon. Most of us are convinced that if a game or a movie or anything started throwing a lot of characters into the mix, the story loses sight of its main purpose. But Metal Gear plays it right. They know they don't have to tell you everything about each character because that's how you make them feel real. These characters are part of the game's world and they have been for some time. They lived inside it and each one have his own story that he might not share fully. Because to not lose focus of the main narrative and storyline, it feels like everything in the game's plot leads back to one man who can be considered the main character of the whole series. Metal Gear is mostly a tale about this man and his descendants, complete emotional touching saga, an intriguing, unpredictable story that would resonate with any sane person. But what even adds to the great plot and characters, it's the well-written world. A science fiction world that resembles ours geographically and politically, strangely enough, because even with the over-the-top nature of the world of the game, you can see obvious political similarities between the real world and the fiction world of Metal Gear, and they use that to make a lot of projections, you might say, on the twisted and messed up nature of the world we live in. And believe me, sometimes Metal Gear just hits too hard. I played Metal Gear Solid 2 not long ago, which came out in 2002 or something, and I got to a point in the end of the game where every word they said sounded like an accurate prediction to the current state of our world. It just shows that Metal Gear is not just a video game. The writers and creators actually had something to say, something interesting, serious and thought-provoking. It's a series that really surpassed the title of a video game. Metal Gear is more. But of course, a game can't be played if it's not fun. And Metal Gear Solid is fun. When it comes to gameplay, it evolved from this to this. But the funny thing is that I personally think that this is still playable and downright enjoyable even in the modern time. The gameplay of the games and the music has that legendary spy vibes and it is so immersive. But what adds to that is the fact that the game is quite funny on a lot of occasions. Even with the seriousness of the situation the characters are in, Metal Gear never fails to make me laugh with the quirky, showy cutscenes and the humorous dialogue. Overall, Metal Gear Solid is the definition of a masterpiece. A series with unique and fun mechanics that feel like a commentary on our real world. Couldn't ask for more. number 3, we have the God of War series. Yep, I think you all saw this coming. As the bold, angry Greek god, Kratos, it's God of War. And when I say God of War, I mean all the damn games, because the franchise never presented a bad game. Even the ones on PSP were good. Of course, the God of War series is divided into 2 parts, 2 arcs you might say. The trilogy, which I like to call Let's Kill All the Fucking Gods trilogy, was great. Even with the plain looking and simple goal and characterization of Kratos, it was still interesting. Because even when the only emotion visible on the main character's face most of the time is anger, you cannot hate him. Watching his thirst and deep desire for revenge against the gods was quite enjoyable, because the revenge story was told right. It's not like, hey, I want revenge but at the same time I'm a good person. Kratos is a fucking asshole in this game. He kills people left and right without even showing any glimpse of giving a shit. And he doesn't care if you're innocent or not innocent, he's just an angry murdering machine. But this part of the story served as a great backstory for the Kratos with a cool beard duology, which aside from being one of the greatest stories ever told, it gave more meaning to the first arc of Kratos' tale. Even with the fact that Kratos here is different, it felt like a logical continuation of his story, seeing a man accepting his past and try to prevent his son from becoming like him, while exploring the visually stunning worlds and interesting characters of the Norse mythology, telling a story about a father and a son, how their bond strengthens, how they become closer, looking out for each other while growing as people in a world where gods abuse their power. God of War is a beautiful saga that every pure soul in this messed up world must experience.
Zeus!
Picture a series that thrusts you into a tapestry of dark fantasies, drawing inspiration from various sources to create a hauntingly beautiful yet twisted post-apocalyptic world. It's the Soul series. The Soul series is a narrative treasure trove, a universe brimming with intricate stories and haunting tales. It's a place where the remnants of civilizations long past speak through the ruins, painting a vivid history that's both intriguing and unsettling in the same time. But what also sets the series apart isn't just its worlds, but its unyielding difficulty. Because believe me, you will die and die and die and die again. It's a hallmark that challenges even the most seasoned players. It's a gauntlet of trials that demands not just skill but resilience and grit. The bosses, towering and ominous, are more than mere adversaries. They are embodiments of nightmarish creativity. Each boss boasts a unique, striking design that's both awe-inspiring and intimidating. And oh my god, the music! Orchestral symphonies that surge with epic grandeur, setting the stage for battles that evoke unparalleled determination and will. This series is a testament to the art of perseverance, a journey that pushes you beyond your limits. Each victory hard-earned and deeply satisfying, and if you lose, it's your fucking fault. It's an experience that transcends mere gaming, immersing you in a realm where every encounter is a test of your mettle, every note of music stirs your soul, and every tale woven through the environment beckons you to unearth its secrets. In essence, it's not just a video game series, it's an odyssey that forges an indelible connection between player and world, leaving an everlasting impression of resilience, fortitude, and the unshakable will to conquer the darkest of challenges. And at number 1 we have the Persona series. The Persona series holds a special place in my heart, claiming the top spot on my list, simply because it resonates with me in ways no other series does. What sets Persona apart from the rest on this list is its unique approach. Each of the 5 main Persona games offers an entirely distinct experience, standing on its own without direct ties to its predecessors. This flexibility works wonders as it allows the creators to shift vibes, themes, and characters freely, crafting each game into a unique standalone gem. And believe me, this aspect is so important to the series because Persona is flashing with style, and changing styles makes it so beautiful. Persona 3 with the melancholic blue colors, Persona 4 with the cheery and happy yellow vibe, Persona 5 with the chill, jazzy and cool black and red color palette. Because for me, Persona 3, 4 and 5 hit home because they feature characters my age. I found myself deeply connected to their struggles and challenges, mirroring my own experience as a high school student. I mean, I'm not a mythical god, nor I am a battle-hardened soldier or a Wild West outlaw. I'm just a regular, socially awkward high school student who hates people. This relatability struck a chord, drawing me closer to the stories being told in these games. Because Persona isn't just about the gameplay. The gameplay is fun, but the journey that explores various themes with finesse is more important. It's a beautifully woven tapestry of emotions and ideas that keeps players engaged while forging an almost invisible bond with them. This connection is enduring because it's not just about loving the game worlds, it's about understanding the deeper meanings they represent. It's a testament to the series' ability to encapsulate profound themes within its narratives, leaving a lasting impact that doesn't fade away. Persona isn't just about gaming, it's an emotional voyage into worlds that resonate and stay with you, fostering a love for their meaning and depth. Well, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and leave a comment suggesting what my video should be about, and thank you.